And so the Sufi poet Rumi said, "Come, come, yet again come. This is not a caravan of despair. Even if you've broken your vows 1,000 times, yet again come." Why do I use this poem? Because it's indicative of us trying to keep a resolution. And why are resolutions so difficult? Again, it's not a failure of morality, it's neurology. We're not bad, we're not broken, we just haven't understood how the mechanisms beneath work. Now, to understand it, what we want to look at is this particular part of the brain here called the insular cortex. And the insular cortex measures our bodily discomfort, pain, if you will. And it doesn't know the difference between that physical discomfort and what it also measures, which is emotional and mental discomfort. Now, when our system is distressed, the psychocybernetic mechanism, which is pretty much understood as part of the hypothalamic process, says, well, let's bring you back to homeostasis. Let's bring you back to a place where, and it's kind of like a thermostat. It says, if you're cold, it says, okay, we're going to increase the heat. If you're hot, it's going to increase the coolness to bring it back to a level. And when our system feels that, if it feels discomfort, it wants to bring it back to a place of normal so we can bring our pulse back down, so we can bring our breathing back. And what happens? Well, as human beings, we try to do things that help us do that. We may drink, we may eat. Again, as I mentioned, comfort food. And when you speak of drinking, Southern Comfort. Could be anything. Usually it's beer, called happy hour. And this is why resolutions are so difficult, because not only, let's say, dieting and exercise, when we're told to diet and exercise, the diet means we're taking away the comfort foods. Again, nobody feels bad and eats broccoli or a salad. We usually want comfort foods. And not only are we taking away the comfort food, now we're adding the discomfort of exercise. So now there's two things that our system is dysregulated from after being dysregulated by the stress to begin with. It's very, very difficult until we develop the capacity to deal with, and that's what I spoke about in the Hope Challenge, the perseverance and patience to deal with the discomfort, to develop the prefrontal cortex, especially the mid-prefrontal cortex, which helps us regulate this area. It's closer than anything else. It's a third eye center. It helps us regulate this area. And the amygdala, which is going off because the insular cortex says, hey, you're in pain, so now this part goes into fight or flight. We react, we repeat, we retaliate, and we retreat. And what do? We either lash out, or we act out or act up. We eat the wrong foods. We say the wrong things. We do the wrong things. We make a resolution in saying, oh, I'm making this resolution not to yell at my partner or not to get upset at my partner. Well, that's violence going outward. Or I may say, I'm not going to eat these things that hurt me, or I'm not going to drink. Well, that's violence inward. Addiction is violence turned inward. An assault is violence turned outward. If we make a resolution to stop that, we have to understand that if somebody we love or close to us we feel hurts us, it registers here. If we see somebody that we love hurt, it registers here, and it triggers us to do something about it. Now, we may defend our partner or defend that person we love, or we may feel offended by them and then negatively react and do something or say something that we're going to be sorry for. That hurts our resolution process of being the better person that we want to be. Now, something else that's important here to understand is that for years we've been told, just do it. And I usually say to people, well, being told to just do it to change a habit is kind of like saying, I'm just going to go out and hit a jump shot over LeBron James, or I'm going to try to tackle a professional running back, or I'm going to try to do something that's far beyond my skill level right away, and you're not expected to be able to do it until you've been trained to do it. So I hope this gives you an idea or an understanding of why resolutions are so difficult, and I thank you for listening. I appreciate your courage. I appreciate your willingness to learn and understand. Thank you.